Like, I thought that it was hard to work while he was here, and it's just like a whole nother level with him being gone, because I am essentially a stay-at-home mom with a work from home job. So yeah, if you didn't know, this channel is my full-time job. I also have a vlog channel. When I had it, it took up a lot of my time. And so I don't know if you've noticed, but my uploads have been really inconsistent, and I've just kind of been, yeah, exactly. A lot less consistent since the baby was born. And a lot of people have been like really kind. Actually, everybody has been really kind about it, and just like, hey, take care of yourself and do what you need to do, which I so appreciate, because I do tend to put a lot of pressure on myself to be, I don't know, successful and a high achiever. And the fact of the matter is, I'm at a phase in my life where I'm honestly lucky to get an hour a day where I can dedicate full time to this. Yeah, and that's a little bit hard on me, like mentally and professionally. Like, I'm having a hard time adjusting to that. And we are looking into getting some sort of like in-home childcare 1 day a week, so that I can just dedicate a full day to working and getting stuff done, so that the rest of the week I can be with her. As I'm sure we're all aware, daycare is like super expensive, and it was never something we were really considering because I am home. And I just don't think that I realized, especially with my job and not wanting to have her on camera, it is a lot harder to film when she's here and awake, because now she's really chatty. And like, I get nervous that people are going to hear her in the background and like think that she's upset, and think that I am like filming a video while my baby's crying in the background by herself. You know what I mean? It's just like all these anxieties. With all of this chaos, I'm going to drop my uploads to once a week, and I would really like to dedicate some time to my vlog channel, but I can't do that if I'm posting here twice a week. And I just, to be completely honest with you, I have so many ideas, but the execution is really hard right now. So with that, I am going to be shifting things around a little bit, but I have already been on a posting once a week schedule for a little bit over here. Like, there were some weeks when I was able to do twice a week, but generally it's been once a week. That's just gonna be the best thing for me right now. And I know that everybody's gonna be okay with that, but I still feel like I should say I hope that everybody's okay with that. I want this to remain fun and don't want to get burnt out. I don't want my video quality to be worse off. And I just think that I'll be able to put more, I don't know, like good energy into my videos if I'm not being really stressed out about having 2 videos out a week. So anyway, again, I know that I don't need to explain any of this, and that everybody will be fine with that. If you want, you can follow along on my vlog channel to see possibly 2 videos a week if you follow both of my accounts. But generally, I'm just trying to keep my head above water with this big transition. I've been thinking lately, like, it was obviously super awesome that my husband got so much paternity leave, but then like I got into a groove of taking care of Nora with him, and now it's just me. And so now I'm like, oh, what do I do all day? And like, how do I balance everything? I feel like my word of this new season of life is balance. I'm trying to figure out how to do it all without overexerting myself and still feeling like a human. Let's take a quick break to talk about today's sponsor, which is Squarespace. I love using Squarespace for my online business because it is the all-in-one platform to share my business online and sell products. Currently, I'm using Squarespace for Potted Together, my podcast website, and then my personal website I'm still building, and it's been such a fun experience. I am not by any means a web developer or designer, and it is really nice just to be able to use our drag and drop templates to create really beautiful sites to share everything that I'm doing. So on Potted Together, we sell merch, so we have a shop. We also have some show notes on there from a past season that we're not really updating very much right now, but you could do it. You can also collect emails through Squarespace to do email campaigns to share about new drops for merch, or if you have exciting announcements and things like that. So if you're interested in starting a website of your own to share whatever it is that you're doing online with your business, or you want to have a portfolio or something like that, you can head to squarespace.com/BeccaDelaPlans to start your free trial. And then when you are ready to launch your website, you can use the code BeccaDelaPlans for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Anyway, that's kind of the channel update. I still very much so love my plants. Like, I know there's a lot of questions and concerns about how I would feel about my plants in this new season of life, and I love them just as much as I did before. Clearly, I am doing a huge thrips treatment right now on like 100 plants while having a baby in the midst of all of this craziness. So I do clearly very much love them, and that has not changed for me, but it is hard to shift priorities and like figure out what needs to be a priority now, and like how do I prioritize this over that when I want to do everything at 100%. But like, I'm realizing that the only thing right now that I truly need to be 100% at is caring for Nora, and that is obviously something that I want to do, but I'm also torn between like wanting to do that and also like needing to provide for my family and needing to just like also be my own person. It's a whole thing. It's like a whole mindset shift and change that I am figuring out. And honestly, I didn't hear a ton of people talk about this, about motherhood and parenthood. And I'm happy to be that voice. I'm happy to be the person to like share that, even if I know this is a plant channel and this is not necessarily like what this content is supposed to be about, but I'm more than a plant carer. I'm also like a person. So I think it's really important that that also comes through in my videos, that there's a little bit more to life than taking care of plants, even though this is a plant channel technically. Okay, so we're gonna touch base on this shelf situation. So I have these like little containers, these little organizers, batteries, and then I have like lenses and tripod attachments and stuff like that. So I can finally get this stuff out of this pot. This all has been living in this pot on my shelf over here, and I just have hated it because like I have lenses that are expensive just like stacked on top of each other. It's really irresponsible. So I'm glad that I finally have something more secure. This plant tape is always escaping me. I do not know how. I always lose it. I always find a way to lose this stuff. So I have located it and I'm putting it on the second shelf here with my plant care stuff. That's what I've decided that this is. I thought that it was gonna be like a repotting thing, but it's actually just plant care. We're gonna go with that. I've got some little bits and bobs, these like really cute plant accessories that I have not had time to put on my stuff. So I would really like to do this. I'm gonna put these at the top here so that I remember to do it. I will probably do that maybe this week because I want to do that. They've been sitting on the shelf for so long. I would like to do it. I have a lot of empty pots because I have lost some plants just due to, you know, the postpartum period and then also this new thrips thing. So naturally, when you get a pest as intense as thrips, you're going to lose some things. And I haven't lost any of my super sentimental plants, by the way. I feel like I should mention that. I did lose a micans, which I really loved, but those are super replaceable. Actually, any plant in my collection is replaceable. That's a really relieving feeling when something like this happens. And it might take me a little bit to find it again, but it's all replaceable. But thankfully at this point, I haven't lost anything of like super high value to me. So I'm relieved about that. And actually, a lot of my plants are pushing out new leaves. My Alba Monstera is pushing out a new leaf, and my Philodendron Splendid is pushing out a new leaf, and it looks very big. So I'm excited about that. I think they've been enjoying the more frequent waterings because since I'm treating them, I also have the hose out, so I might as well water them. And I'm watering them like once a week right now, and they seem to be really loving it. I usually water my plants like every 10 to 14 days, if I'm honest. And for some of them, I think that's a little bit too long to go between waterings, but that's about what I can do right now. So this once a week situation, some of them are really loving it. Okay, now my plant folio has been somewhat deconstructed for a while because I've just been using one of these like rubber mat things randomly when I just need it for a second. So I'm gonna put this away so that I can fold up my plant folio and put it alongside this metal shelf. Now, what do I do with all of these excess pots? Because I have so many, and pots are one of those things where I'm like, I really don't want to throw them out. Well, not throw them out, but I really don't want to give them away because I feel like you can always use a pot. But at the same time, do I need to keep so many pots? Like this pot, it's so basic. Like I don't need this, but I actually, maybe this is a bad example to show because I actually like these pots for the wall because they're like a little bit bigger than a standard 4-inch pot, and it also has a lip that can be attached. So this one we're gonna keep. I'm probably gonna get rid of other ones though. Like this, I don't need to keep